If you are a fan or a supporter of any sport in Kenya or sport is one of your hobbies, then you should consider starting an online business that is based on the sport that you love or the sport that you enjoy. This is because you can be able to turn that sport into an income generating online business in Kenya by simply monetizing your knowledge, your expertise, your love and experiences with regards to that sport. Or it can be as simple as basically sharing news or information about what is going on in that particular sport. And on this, I mean any sport that you enjoy or a sport that you are a fan of, meaning that you have an understanding and an above average knowledge of how that sport works. That can be a very good way for you to build something that can actually be generating you extra income every month in Kenya, or even giving you some extra passive income each and every month. If you go online today, you're actually going to find things that people have created that are related to sports. And let me use football as an example because I know football is popular in Kenya. If you go online today, you are going to find, for example, YouTube channels and blogs or websites that discuss about football, let's say the English Premier League. These are assets that have been created by people who actually leverage their knowledge and understanding of the football to actually create something that generates them an income each and every month. Which means if you love one of those teams, let's say you are a fan of Man United, you are a fan of Chelsea, probably Arsenal or Manchester City, or whichever club that you support, you can be able, for example, to create a blog about that particular club or even expand it to cover football as a whole. At the same time, you can also maybe start a YouTube channel to discuss that particular team or football as a whole. And you would not be the first person to do this. It has actually been done, which means that particular business model has been proven that it works. And the good news is that you already understand that sport. You are already aware of what is going on. And in most cases, you discuss it with your friends. Now, instead of just discussing football, who scored what, who was bought by who, how a certain team is performing, who is a coach of which team, instead of doing that bad talk, instead of just discussing those on social media and with the friends, where you are actually not generating any income yet you understand the sport, I would actually recommend and propose that you consider creating a digital asset where you can still continue sharing that information, sharing your opinion on what is going on with regard to your favorite team or whichever sport that you actually are a fan of, and then build it into something that can be able to generate you some money. If you think about, let's say, a sports blog or a YouTube channel, the guys who actually own these ones, even without selling any products or merchandise or any services, are already generating money from the views and the traffic they are getting to their blog or YouTube channel. They have been able to monetize that with adverts or display advertising. And I know you know this because if you actually go on YouTube and try to watch a recap of a certain match, you will always find that that video has adverts on it. Meaning, whoever owns that particular YouTube channel is generating some income from display advertising. Similarly, if you go and try to read on websites about articles about what teams are doing, who scored what, maybe a report on how a certain game was, or how a certain team is performing, you will always find that in that particular article there are adverts on that article. Meaning again, that owner of that website or blog has monetized with advertising. And you can replicate that model here in Kenya. You can still talk about Manchester United, you can talk about Man City, you can talk about which coach got sacked, you can talk about which player moved from which team to the other team or the other league, and still be able to earn something from your love of the sport. To succeed in building a sports-based online business in Kenya, you need to consider 3 phases or 3 things that you might actually need to be able to turn it into a successful income generating online business in Kenya. 1. You need to attract your audience. 2. You need to build trust with that audience. And 3. You need to have your monetization strategies in place. When I talk about building an audience, all I'm saying is that whatever sport you are in or whatever it is that you're going to create, you're going to find that there are people who are interested in that particular sport. If I was to continue with the example of football, you can be able to start something related to football, let's say a football blog or a football YouTube channel. And to be able to build a business that actually is based on that, you'll need to build an audience of people who are interested in sports. And that's not difficult to find because football is one of the most popular sports in the world. And this applies to all other sports. You'll find that each sport has a section of people who actually love and enjoy it. So it is not difficult for you to build an audience around a certain sport. And the way you are going to do this is by creating content, either written form content or actually video related content, or you can combine both and have both written and video on the same platform. And then once you have been able to do that, you will need to continue building trust with that audience. And to build trust is basically an idea behind the fact that we only engage or do business with the people that we trust. So if you are keen on building, let's say, a business around your sport, maybe you want to actually monetize that particular business through, let's say, affiliate marketing, where you sell products and services that are actually used in that sport. Then you need to build trust with your audience so that they can know that whatever it is that you're talking about, whatever it is that you're recommending, actually is a good thing for them. Think about golfing. If you are to, let's say, have a golf blog, let's say a golf YouTube channel, you will be recommending things that golf players can use or they can buy when they want to go and play a round of golf. You need to be a person where you are recommending things that actually add value to a golfer. That way, they can actually start trusting that whenever I watch or I listen to so and so, they actually recommend good products, they actually recommend good services. And that's the only way that people who actually read your content or watch your content will ever end up buying things that you recommend. And if you're a professional in that particular sport, or you are a coach or someone who actually understands and can be able to create your own digital products, maybe like a guide or like a book, then you will need to be someone who can be trusted, that whatever you are sharing is either something that you fully understand, something, let's say, you are doing, or something that actually can help your audience. The third phase relates to monetization, and basically this is how you are going to make money with your sports online business in Kenya. This might be one of the most interesting phase, or the thing that you are most interested in, because you want to find out, how am I going to make money with this sports online business? Again, let's use the example of a blog or a YouTube channel. You need to be clear on how you're going to make money with those two assets. If you are to take a blog or a YouTube channel, there are a number of ways on how you can be able to make money with those ones. You can use display advertising, affiliate marketing, you can get sponsorships from companies that deal with products or services that actually are used in that particular sport. You can create your own products. You can actually be a consultant or someone who provides advice in that particular sport. So there are quite a number of ways that you can be able to do it, including creating your own digital products that you can be selling. So you need to be clear on this idea. You need to know, even before you have started, how am I going to make money with whatever it is that I'm doing? Because once you have that clarity, then it is going to inform your content strategy, it's going to inform your business strategy, and the actions that you're going to take as you build your sports online business in Kenya. If you would want to learn more about how you can go about starting an online business in Kenya or an income generating online business in Kenya, watch the video on your screen right now. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not, and I'll see you in the next video.